they don't get any further than they did last year, which one of Cat or Gobert is being moved and what are they being moved for? The other part about that is looking at Gobert's contract, to me it's clear who you would get more value for. It's definitely Cat, and what does that move look like if it happens? Cat's $221 million will go through 28. It costs to be the boss, which is why I had them as a team who needed to figure it out now.
Back of the rim, Garner on the side, low, using Curry, way downtown. Oh, what a shot!
Well, here we are in practically October of 2024, and Karl Towns is no longer a Minnesota Timberwolf. Just like I told you he wouldn't be about a year ago. Although, both times I did it, the algorithm was just like, nah. So, out of absolutely nowhere, we're minding our business, and he goes to the New York Knicks, of all places. Yes, the very same New York Knicks that just acquired Mikal Bridges not too long ago. They are getting ready for war with Boston, very clearly. And yeah, somebody was just watching my back, because I've been working on an Eastern Conference video for probably the last month, and I tried everything I could to post it yesterday, right when this news broke. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to make some additions. Karl Towns is a New York Knick, and Julius Randle is a Minnesota Timberwolf. So the thing is, when I made those videos, one was the Timberwolves video, and a year ago I was talking about franchises that needed to figure it out very quickly, and I since people probably believed I had Minnesota on there too soon. They had a very young team, and my whole point was always what that starting lineup cost. Now, when I made the vid a year ago, I was more so thinking if they were first or second round outs, there would definitely be a move. I did not see one happening after them going to the conference finals, and for sure not for Julius Randle. In the midst of processing this trade, I believe I forgot this is kind of what we were looking at in the playoffs and sometimes during the regular season when Nas would fill in certain lineups for Cat, and you're going, okay, he's doing a good job on both sides of the ball, and in terms of how he fits with the lineup, they're not missing a ton. Cat is for sure a better player, but for the price they're gonna have to pay Cat and for how far this specific lineup would make it, and you just extended Nas, who you also have to make another decision on, or he has to make a decision on because he has a player option coming up very soon in that extension. As Minnesota, you kind of didn't have a long time to figure this out. In just going over the contract years, once again, Gobert isn't even that far from a decision as well. So if you're the Timberwolves and you're paying this pretty penny, you kind of feel like, all right, how do we make this lineup better to justify the price? How do we get it over the hump? Now, that's where I'm confused with this specific move, because obviously Julius Randle, look, he's a better player than you will see online. You're only getting the jokes there. He still is not ideal to play next to Rudy Gobert, A, and B, especially not when your roster was kind of right there. So now they ship out Cat for Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, Daquan Jeffries, and a top 13 protected first round pick from the Detroit Pistons via the Detroit Pistons in 2025. You know, this is just the tough situations modern teams find themselves in, and for years on this channel, I end up talking about moves a franchise is going to make a year or two down the road, very obviously, and it always upsets the fan base because they're like, oh, give the team a chance, and you can't trade this player, he's so young, and oh, you guys just want clicks and media. And no, it's just the business these days. You look at what the Timberwolves were rolling out, and I asked a question at the end of their franchise recap vid. I'm going, what do you do for 2025 to get over the hump? What do you add to this formula? Can you tweak it? And if you can't, do you just throw it back out there? Other teams have gotten better. Still, it's why I'm shocked, because I assumed any move involving Cat would be it'd make a more of a splash than the package did here. So if I'm looking at it from that organization's perspective, I'm guessing, first of all, Randle at some point is going to move. I don't know if it'll be before the season or trade deadline, whatever. He's not the end all. The plan here was not to say, oh, Ant needs more space, let's go ahead and get Julius Randle. I promise that wasn't the move. I think this is heavily rooted in Nas getting way more opportunity and seeing what they can eventually flip for, well, really the pick and Randle. And that's literally all I have for you on the Timberwolves side right now, because I don't need to spend 5 minutes laughing at the pairing of Randle and Gobert and how Ant probably perceives that. Yeah, let's see what they do in the future. This move does not get them to the finals. It does not get them past where the point they were last year. So they are just trying to figure out what they can with all the young talent they have and all the players they have to pay. It's kind of that simple. Now, from the Knicks perspective, wow. Bravo, man. Bravo in this last few months. really these last few years. This is the strongest team I think we can all agree they have had easily since the 2013 season with Carmelo Anthony, and one of the strongest teams they've had since the 2000s started. Let's be real. It ain't a high bar, but yes, you have added Cat to this very versatile team that has the ability to play small. When Mitchell Robinson comes back, they're gonna have opportunities to play lineups with rim protection. You've got shooting, very strong wing defense rotation, which it's not even just wing in today's NBA. That's gonna be, they're gonna have lineups just able to cause hell with these guys out here, all led by Jalen Brunson, who life just got much easier for, and we've seen the situations he can play out of. So I believe this absolutely moves the needle for New York. I also think I would, for me personally, temper my expectations a little bit, just because Cat, the idea of Cat sometimes is better than actual Cat, especially when the playoffs roll around or important moments in the playoffs, which is why specifically on New York I still say this moves the needle, because just from a tactical standpoint, this is brilliant. You just added probably the best shooting big in the league to a lineup that could only benefit from more spacing and did not really lose defensively here. It's a similar situation to what you just had, and let's just say you swapped Randall for Cat, and yeah, sure, they'll miss DiVincenzo a little bit, but specifically for Cat, all this is important because I look at the Knicks and I don't go, okay, Brunson's got to be one, Cat's got to go be a Robin, he's got to be number two, or it's not the situation. This is such a versatile team with so many different lineups they can run, especially when you get to the playoffs. He just has to go play his role on both sides of the ball, and we've seen jobs that Cat can do on defense. It's not what he's known for, but in certain schemes he can be effective, and I think New York has the personnel to pull it off. So you've got a better player at your former all-star power forward position, you've got a better fitting player, and let's just be real, the vibes are better here. I don't think anyone seriously thought a finals team or a finals graphic was gonna have Julius Randle on it. I mean, no disrespect, I'm just saying how we perceive it as fans. There's just a way better vibe to this team. Again, he is a better player than he probably gets credit for in the media, because you only see the bad stuff just in terms of fit and what we know is likely to happen with Randall in any postseason. Yeah, if you were a New York fan today, you're happy. You're probably asking questions about specific matchup prospects with the Boston Celtics, and you're happy that you're asking those because A, Boston is a really good team to measure yourself against. They're the goddamn champions, and B, I feel like when you woke up yesterday, you were more just kind of thinking about it. You're flirting with the idea of, could we really do it? Today, I believe as a New York fan, you start to believe maybe we really can. So great move, great go for it move. I feel like, especially because of the way the postseason went, people forget the Eastern Conference was really more injured last postseason than it was weak. And when everybody comes back healthy and you look at what Philly's done, yeah, you just got to do everything you can to stay ahead of the curve. You got the head of your team taking pay cuts out here. They are in the running officially for a title for the first time in a decade, and one of the only times since, once again, 1999. Congratulations, New York. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell next to my name if you want notifications every time a new video drops. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.